IP address and MAC address, but you don't know what is IP address and MAC address. But general idea, everybody having an idea about IP address. MAC address people don't know, but still you have a IP address and MAC address is there. So I want to do some little drawing. Okay. Yes, you have a systems in network. For example, I'm giving as a traditional way is this is a PC. This, for example, like a cable network kind of stuff. Okay, connecting with wires kind of stuff. So I have a computer in my network, laptops, desktops, anything same, like a devices. Okay, generally for wired network we will connect through wires. Okay, so every device need a NIC to connect in the network. Okay, so I have a PC. My PC name is PCA. PCA. I have another PC. PCB. PC. 1 second. Okay, PCA, PCB, PCC, PCD. 4 computers, 4 names for example. Okay, so I have a 4 computers. Now I have a switch or a hub. Okay, to connect the devices. Normally you have a laptop. We are connecting this laptops to directly your Wi-Fi router. That is your Wi-Fi access point you are connecting. Okay, so just I am telling normal way. So I have a switch or a hub which we are connecting our devices through wire here. With wire or wirelessly, guys, every device require a NIC. Okay, so this is called NIC. What is NIC? Network interface card. Network interface card. So every device need a NIC. Whether you are communicating through wired or wirelessly, you need a NIC. Okay, so I am connecting to a switch port through this NIC. It is. Okay, currently I have put a wide connectivity, but wired or wireless. You have a device, your laptop or desktop or mobile phone, need an NIC to connect to the network. At wired or wireless connectivity, you need a NIC. Okay. Next. So what you do, you have to configure like every NIC having a MAC address by default. By default, every NIC having a MAC address. NIC is a physical device, right? Every NIC by default there is a MAC address. Every PC and their NIC very uniquely we have a MAC address. Okay, so this PC MAC address is different from this PC. Okay, this PC MAC address. So every PC has their own MAC address. Better any other things are there like this? Yeah, very good. Put them in bold. We don't need this much big sizes. Make it small. Okay, so every NIC having their own MAC address. How this MAC address for NIC by default, which is MAC address is given by manufacturer of this NIC, manufacturer of this NIC. But to communicate in the network, we need a IP address. Example, I'm giving an IP address like this. Okay, I'm giving an IP address like this. You see, there is a little difference between this IP and this IP. It's like a sequence. Okay, I'm telling that much only currently. Okay, later we'll see when we are learning about networking basics or networking essentials. So we can try that. Okay, so every NIC must be there to connect in the network, either wireless network or wide network. Depends upon that you will get it. Okay, depends upon what kind of connectivity you are doing. Based on that, you need a NIC. Okay, wide connectivity or wireless connectivity. But every NIC built-in MAC address is there. By default, every NIC having MAC address that is given by manufacturer of NIC. Okay. Next one is to communicate in the network, we need a IP address. So we'll configure an IP address in a TCP IP level of NIC. So we'll configure it. Okay. So to communicate in the network, we need an IP address. For A to B communication, so A will communicate it to B like this. For example, this is A's PC, right? Okay. I will take like this from A. PC B. So I want to ping command. Okay, what is the ping command? Ping command is used to test connectivity between source to destination. So what I'm doing, ping IP address 10.0.0.12 from A to B. Ping request from A to B. I'm sending communication like this. I'm doing, okay. So this is, guys, to communicate in the network, we need a IP address. Okay. So every device to connect, sorry, any device want to connect in network need a MIC. Wants to connect in network need NIC. What is NIC? Network interface card. Okay. Network interface card. First of all, every NIC connectivity can be wired connectivity or wireless, but NIC is required. Okay, it depends upon wired connectivity, wired NIC, wireless connectivity, wireless NIC. So that's the point. Okay, connectivity can be wired or wireless. Okay, every NIC has MAC address assigned by manufacturer of that NIC. Okay, example, RealTek. RealTek, Qualcomm. Okay, mine is a Qualcomm. Okay, RealTek, Qualcomm manufacturers are there. Okay, Corsair manufacturer is there. Okay, RealTek, D-Link, D-Link, TP-Link. These are manufacturers. Okay, Intel, of course, Intel also manufacturer of NICs. Okay, so each NIC or every NIC or each NIC has a MAC address. Okay. MAC address is also called as physical address or where address. It is a unique address, means no two MAC address, no two NICs having same MAC address. No two NICs having same MAC address. Okay. So MAC address, we didn't told that one point. That is, what is MAC? Anybody? Media access control. Okay. Also called as physical address. Okay. Also called as physical address. MAC address is 48 bit in length and represent in 12 hexadecimal. 12 hexadecimal number it is. Okay. So how this MAC address is look like? Maybe 00 A1. I'll put it A1 2B 12 hexa, right? So I already covered 3. Means 6 hexadecimals I already covered. Okay, so maybe 6, 2, D 5, F1. So like this. Okay, I will tell how to check MAC address also. It's a physical address. The point is we cannot change MAC address. Okay, we cannot change the MAC address. Not changeable. Cannot change MAC address or cannot changeable because it is a fixed address. Address on NIC. Okay, on NIC. Okay. Now, guys, understand anything? Little bit about your system MAC address part, NIC. I have
Yes,
a
sir.
NIC.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good then.
And so how to find MAC address?
Very good. Next, how to find, or you can say how to check MAC address. Okay. Sometimes not only how to check, guys, sometimes how to find is also the name changes, little bit changes, but still answer is same. One is in the command prompt, you can find from command prompt like a getmac. One of the command is getmac. Second, ipconfig /all. ipconfig /all. Caps are small, no problem, but in generally getmac, and another one is ipconfig /all. UI means in graphically also you can check it, but you can go to search, run, because nowadays you can use run and search also, ncpa.cpl, or go to control panel, network and sharing center. Directly you can open network and sharing center. Okay, and find out how to open network and network and sharing center. Change adapter settings. Change adapter settings. Then you will find network connections window. Even if you type ncpa.cpl, directly network connections window will open. Okay, I will show you how to do all these things. Okay, don't worry. First class I never disappoint anyone. Second class onwards definitely disappointments. Okay, change all those things. Yesterday we can finish, but yesterday this not happen. All balance, no balance. So next, RIGHT, right click on an adapter or NIC adapter or NIC status details. There you can see your physical address. Okay, but guys, IP config and this process directly to check both IP address and MAC address also. Okay, so except
Got
getmac, remaining all are to find an IP address and MAC address also will get it. So I'm going to my command prompt. In command prompt, type getmac. So I have a multiple adapters are there. So that's why I'm getting lot of MAC addresses. Okay, I have multiple adapters. Some are two are physical adapters, and remaining are virtual adapters. Okay, so that's why I'm getting multiple MAC addresses. The first one is getmac. This is how to check MAC address. Changing name and also this part. Okay. MAC addresses. Just to reduce the length, and I don't want. See how I told that MAC addresses look like that one. Next one is ipconfig /all. This is also shows your both IP address and MAC address. Okay. So I will show you both the things at a time. Okay. Why we will confuse only get MAC, only for MAC address. Guys, IP address. So I will tell about IP address, then I will tell how to check IP address, and I will show you both IP address, MAC address with this same process. Okay. What is IP MAC address? MAC address is a physical address, and what is IP address is a logical address. Communicate in network. Every device need the address. Of course, an IC is required. Noise is coming from okay. To communicate in the network, every device need an IP address. Okay, need an IP address. IP address is a logical address. IP address is uniquely, not unique address, uniquely identify a device in network. Okay, that is a IP address definition. It is a numerical form, of course, but that is original definition. Textbook definition is uniquely identify a device in the network, not unique address. Tell me.
I just wanted to ask you that what is the meaning of this transport name, basically?
What it is?
Transport names written just after a physical address. So.
Transport nature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Transport name, sir. Yeah. Just wanted to know, sir, what.
So it is transport name.
No, I got one. The word transport nature. The way of packet is sending and receiving. The total packet one. Okay, that is different. Okay, again, you know, if you take any packet or a PDU or as you know, like a packet kind of stuff. This is a source. Okay. It is no confusion, guys. I'm not jumping anywhere. Okay, we are destination. So destination is my PCB. Okay, so source PCA, for example, you take a MAC address of PCA is A1. Okay, And IP address, currently we don't know any IP addresses, so we'll assume some IP. Okay, address 10.0.0.11. Same goes here. It is destination means PCB IP address is 12 and MAC address is B1. Just for our understanding, MAC address is lengthy, but I'm not giving lengthy part here. Okay. So while you are sending a packet or PDU, so your packet is like this: source MAC address plus source destination MAC address plus this thing added to packet. Actually, the packet meaning of packet it is. So here it is: source IP address plus destination IP address. Of course, remaining thing are there, but only addressing part I am telling. Means how it is added while you are sending. You are sending from here, right? So your source MAC address A1, destination MAC address B1, source IP 10.0.0.11 plus destination MAC address 10.0.0.12. I just put a plus for our understanding, give spaces. It is, we will get an idea. So this is addressing. But you want to ping, you want to send a ping request or any request. I'm pinging to 10.0.0.12 from A to B. Okay, from A to B. The spaces created unnecessary doubts here. Okay. Source MAC address, destination MAC address, source IP, destination IP address. That is enough. So you are sending ping command like this. Means you are sending a packet with certain protocol. It contains source IP, destination IP, and source MAC address and destination MAC address. What is PDU? Okay. Packet data unit. Meaning is, normally we are telling we send a packet, source to destination, a packet is sent. You received a packet, you send a packet. A packet is become common word. But originally packet means as per OS layer, it is a network layer part, packet word is there. So instead of packet, you can use PDU. Like it is not exactly meaning of packet. Can be anything. Okay. I cannot explain now because I don't told about OS layer. I can't explain what is PDU. But PDU means it is a complete set. Okay, in any stage of packet creation. Okay, PDU creation. Because in OS layer there is a 7 steps to send a packet, 7 steps to receive a packet. Okay, you received a packet means you received, okay, and it become a useful data after 7 steps completed. As per OS, I'm telling. Okay. So while you are sending, very simple, forget about packet data unit, guys, leave it. So if you want, still you want to use packet as a packet, no problem for me. While you are sending a packet or you are sending something or like you are pinging from A to B, so you have to give B's IP address, right? But originally you are giving B's PC IP address, but originally the packet is adding these addresses: source IP, destination IP, source MAC address, and destination MAC address. Okay. So while you are sending this way, so that is enough. Okay, it will confuse more. Okay. So it is uniquely identify a device in the network. Guys, remember all communications by IP address only. Okay, we cannot communicate with the names or MAC address also. We use MAC address, but we don't use. Okay, we use MAC address, but we don't communicate with the MAC address. So like a ping, PCB, MAC address, like that we don't do it. We ping to IP address. All communications by IP address. Not with the names, not with the anything. Like not with the names. We are seeing google.com, facebook.com, youtube.com, but originally we are communicating with an IP address. It is a logical address. To communicate in the network, every device needs an IP address. IP address is uniquely identify a device. Next, only last one, guys. IP address, not last one. IP address, two versions, IPv4 and IPv6 version is there. Guys, MAC address is a physical address, IP address is a logical address. We cannot change MAC address. Okay, we cannot change MAC address, but we can change IP address. Okay. IP address assigned. MAC address is assigned by manufacturer of that NIC, but IP address is assigned by manual, means a person can assign IP address or automatic. So system will get an IP address automatically also. Manually or automatically you will get an IP address. In general, our laptops, PCs, mobiles, any device, like you can do any device kind of stuff. Okay, get IP address from DHCP server. Remember all the points, guys. Point wise, I'm telling from DHCP server. What is DHCP server? DHCP server assign IP address, or you can tell another statement, configure IP address to our client or to devices or client PCs. Devices or PCs. So don't confuse. Okay. So DHCP server assign an IP address to your device automatically. Okay. In our home or office. SOH, small office, home office type, not a big organization, small office or home office. Okay, so our Wi-Fi router acts as a DHCP server. Okay, so guys, IP address can be changeable. IP address can be changeable, and IP address having two versions. One is 32-bit version, another one is IPv6, that is 128-bit version. Okay, so every device need an IP address to communicate in the network, and IP address is logical. It can be changeable. Two versions are IPv4, IPv6, IPv4 32-bit, IPv6 is 128-bit. And these IP addresses can assigned manually or automatically. Assigned or configured by manually or automatically. So while you are reading, guys, not just read and leave it. Don't do like that. You have to frame the sentences as per your required. Like How can I able to tell? Because I'm telling so many times. So then I'm framing the sentence. Okay. I'm not framing, just I already practiced. పిలుస్తున్నారండి.
So when and why to change IP address?
Tell me.
So when and why to change IP address?
Yeah, very good. It depends upon what network. It purely depends upon what network. Based on your logical network, we will use different IP addresses. One second. మరి ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేపెట్టి ఇక్కడ ఖాళీ కదా పని వస్తుంది. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I have a network, guys, so depends upon my logical network. Okay, so for example, I'm in our office. So simple example, I'm in our office. Okay, our office using different logical network. Okay, they follow one kind of IP address network. So then I must use that kind of IP address, then only I can able to get connected. Next, after class completed, then I will reach my home. In my home, that router, that my DHCP server give different IP address. So I have to get that IP address to communicate. Okay, so different places, different type of IP addresses they are using internally. So obviously, so we need an IP address. Of course, as what I told, that is completely purely home office private networks only. Okay, outside networks are different. Google.com network is different. That is I'm not talking. Okay, when I was in office using different type of IP address scheme, then I should use that IP address. So either I have to configure that IP address or I should get an IP address from DHCP server. Okay, so my office having their own DHCP server. In my home, I have a DHCP server. So I will get an IP address from my home. Like once I reach my home, if I open my laptop, my mobile phone, I connected there, that network, and their DHCP server give me an IP address. You may not see your DHCP server in your home, even if you have a Wi-Fi router. Okay, your Wi-Fi router is also act like a DHCP server. Whenever you connect it to your Wi-Fi router, you'll get IP address from DHCP. One second. The last. Hello. So these are all. I want to finish in 5-10 minutes. This is okay. So this is the point.
Nope.
Again.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So, IP address can manually changeable or it is
Yeah,
automatically
manually
changed by
can assign an
DHCP
IP address, but that is based on your planning. Like you know how to change IP address. What is your network configuration? And you should avoid the conflicts.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and not everyone knows how to change IP address, right? Then what you will do? We are using DHCP server. Okay, in our home, what is our DHCP server? Our Wi-Fi router. Okay, one second, guys. This door opens. So much of noise. Okay. So last one is how to check IP address or how to find the IP address. Tell me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, that example
Yeah,
which you give of the
hello, sir.
home and office one, can you repeat it? I didn't get that example.
Which example?
That home and office, that our home is different and in
Yeah,
our
this one
office.
diagram. Okay. No problem.
Yes, sir.
And that is not very difficult. But if you have in your home, if you are in your home, if you have a
Yes,
Wi-Fi network, for example, or maybe if you don't have, check with your friends or internet centers. They are connected. Somewhere internet network is connected, right? So they
yes,
are
sir.
connecting with the outside to inside some Wi-Fi router. Now what
Yeah,
you
yes,
will
sir.
do, you have a mobile phone or a laptop, you are connected to this internet, right? So your Wi-Fi are connected. Then go to
Okay,
settings, go to mobile phone, settings, network, and if you find there is a IP address, find out IP address. And IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DHCP server, DNS server. Okay, like that it will give, and MAC address also. Your mobile phone MAC address also you can find from settings, mobile settings. And who is
okay, sir.
giving this IP address? From your mobile. You're connected to your Wi-Fi, means you got IP address from your Wi-Fi router. So your Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
If you got any chance to go to different network, like maybe your friends home, maybe they are
Yes, sir.
also using some different kind of stuff, right? And they are using their different network. So you can check,
Yes, sir.
connect there and try to understand different network, maybe different IP. Sometimes both are same IP address type, but check the IP
Okay.
address. Okay,
So basically, the router acts like a DHCP.
very good, right? That's the point. Your router act like a DHCP server.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so in home we didn't see our any DHCP server, right?
Yes, sir.
But there is a DHCP server which is nothing but your Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server.
Okay, sir. And that only provides the address.
That from there only we are getting an IP address because manually everybody don't know how to assign an IP address, and every
Yes, sir.
device you cannot assign an IP address
Yes, sir.
manually. Someone other
Okay.
person is also asking some doubt. Tell me.
Yes. Someone was saying something.
Someone girl has tried to ask me.
Yeah, yeah.
So parallelly both are
You can ask.
speaking. Okay. Anyways, we will tell this point, guys. How to check MAC address? Getmac already I showed how to check it. And another one, how to check IP address and how to check MAC address with ipconfig all or ncpa.cpl or control panel network sharing center change adapter setting kind of stuff. We'll see. If possible, I will show you the options to configure manually or automatically if I have a chance. The time is enough, then I will show. The first command is ipconfig, guys. So first command is ipconfig. Just for fun, I'm adding one. If you are using Linux, ifconfig, but you should not tell like that. So while you are learning a Linux, that time, okay, I can tell use ifconfig because not only ifconfig, there is a several commands are there: IP, ADDR, NMCLI. Okay, so many type of commands are there in a Linux. Depends upon built-in Linux file. How to configure a router, but there is a details are required, guys. The router configuration means, yeah. Is it a Cisco kind of router? Cisco routers configuration is different. That is for routing purpose we are configuring. Okay, that is different. You are asking your Wi-Fi router configuration. That configuration is different. The name is router. That's it. But Wi-Fi routers are so many things. Not just a router. It is. Okay. So you have to configure for a Wi-Fi router. You know, it is a WAN connector is there. Means from outside to inside, from ISP, Internet Service Provider. From there, we are getting some cable, right? That is WAN connector. And we have to configure WAN connectivity. So that is the part is modem. Okay. WAN configuration, we have to do it. Next one is your Wi-Fi connectivity configuration. So how to connect Wi-Fi password, like wireless devices you want to connect, then you need a Wi-Fi password. That is you have to do it. In generally, every router by default, some settings are there for routing purpose. From routing and DHCP by default configuration is there. If you want to change it, you can change it. That things like DHCP, IP address ranges are there. That is also you can do it. This configuration is different. Normal regular means Cisco routers, Juniper routers configuration is different. Yeah, anyway, one by one we'll see, guys. IP config. The first command is the IP config. So don't worry, I am just taking all the information, but I will change it. Just because of I have a multiple adapters, it shows lot of information, but command is IP config only. So one by one I will remove. So user one, command is IP config. Okay. So I am removing some other information. My adapter is Wi-Fi adapter, not exactly. I am connected both Wi-Fi and as well as both the connectivity. This part also not required. It is a Windows configuration. In my Windows 10 only I am using. Guys, this is a link local IPv6 address. It is automatically generated by our system only. So that is also I am removing. I want a pure IP address. Subnet mask default. Guys, if you use ipconfig command, you will get for an adapter, you are getting that adapter IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. Okay. Only three things. What are there? IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. ipconfig all. ipconfig space /all will give you lot of information. Okay, ipconfig and ipconfig all will give you lot of information, including your host name. Okay, host name. Oh, sorry, what has happened? Okay, so I will first of all my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay, so ipconfig/all. So for a Wi-Fi adapter, what I'm getting, so my DNS suffix address, which is I don't need, my adapter manufacturer is Qualcomm, and this is the model, right? This Qualcomm is given me this physical address. So this is my physical address. What is physical address? My MAC address. Next one, I'm removing this one also. I got my IP address like this. IP address, my subnet mask. Guys, I'm changing little bit. Okay. A few small changes I'm going to do because just for I'm in office. Okay. And unnecessary information also I'm removing. It is not required for you or for me also. One DNS server address is enough to understand. This part is also not required. Okay. Yeah, that is correct. Okay, you can see my physical address, my MAC address, which is assigned by Qualcomm company only, and DHCP enabled S. Okay, so DHCP enabled S means I got an IP address from this DHCP server. This DHCP server. Okay, guys, one second. What is the outcome of ipconfig? IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. What is the outcome of ipconfig space/all? I'm getting IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and physical address means my MAC address. I'm getting DHCP server address, DNS server address, lease obtained, and lease expiry. Okay, this information also I'm getting.
So
And
here,
then
what's the meaning of lease?
lease obtained, right?
Yes, sir.
No. I will tell.
Okay, sir.
I will tell before that one. I will tell one, so then you can see. Guys, this is some other adapter. Actually, it is a virtual adapter from VMware workstation. Okay, so we don't have any other information here. No problem. If you see DHCP enabled, no. I want to tell the difference. DHCP enabled, it shows yes. What is this? Yes is there. No is also there, right? Now, what about yes part? Okay. Address assigned by DHCP server. You got IP address. Okay, or you can say got IP address from DHCP server. Okay. No, got past tense. Delivery agent. Okay, you got an IP address from DHCP server. Got IP address from DHCP server. Just for a line purpose, I put a IP, guys. Never say IP. IP, it is wrong. IP address, correct. Because what is IP? Anyone? What is IP?
Internet protocol, sir.
Internet protocol.
Very good. Internet protocol means it's a protocol, not address. Okay. IP address means It is address, some a representation, numerically it is, we are telling this is an IP address.
So
Even
it
it
is
look like a
identification of
numerical,
a
but
machine.
it is, yeah, tell me.
So it is like identification of a machine which is used by user.
Yes, right. In a logical network, so
Yes, ma'am.
every machine having a identification number, a numerical identification number. Okay. Exactly say guys, if you are in apartment, your floor based on a floor and a door number is 102. First floor, second door. Okay. 305. Third floor, fifth door number. Roll numbers, college roll numbers are there. Okay, 404, 405, 405, 406, 407, 408. Mine is 402. Okay, so 4 represent their ECE, electronics and communication engineering. Okay, so 205 means it's a computer guy. Okay, so that's code they will follow, code like a pin numbers. Same thing, IP address also based on the logical network. Okay, just up to that point. Internet address is different. Okay, little different. Okay, no means if it is showing IP, sorry, DHCP enabled no means the IP address configured or assigned by manually. Okay, so this is, understand guys, DHCP enabled, yes. Can you see DHCP server? So you got IP address from this DHCP server. Okay, and you got IP address from DHCP server. It is showing lease uptime, lease expiry, but it is not showing lease uptime, lease expiry or DHCP server address. Why? Because this IP address configured manually. Okay, so again, what is this lease uptime and lease expiry? When you are got a IP address, like today I shut down my computer, tomorrow morning I came. So when I got IP address, morning 10:28 I got an IP address. So today by 1942 IP address will be expired. Before expiry, I should renew the IP address. Okay, so expiry means not connecting type, but guys, before 9:40 to 34 seconds, I have to what we can say, renewal my IP address with my DHCP server, then it will extend. So lease uptime means when I got an IP address from DHCP server, that is the date and time is there. Lease expiry, when your IP address will be expired by DHCP server, okay, that is the date and time. Before expiry, you have to renew. If you renew, expiry thing will be continuous, means it will extend. Like bus pass. Before bus pass expiry, what you have to do? You have to renew it, right? Your license. Before expiry, you have to renew
Sir,
it.
how to
You don't do anything, guy. In DHCP,
sir, how to renew
system will do that one. System will
Okay.
do automatically because
It
this
will
DHCP process,
automatically update na.
DHCP use a process called a DORA process to get an IP address. DHCP process means DHCP use a process called a DORA process called a discover, offer, request, acknowledgement kind of process. So DORA means automatically you have your system is your system is your mobile, your system is DHCP client by default. Okay, so you do DORA process to get IP address freshly. You don't have any IP address, then you are getting a new IP address. You are getting new IP address. Freshly you are getting an IP address. You know, RA means not DO, only RA part, request and acknowledgement uses to renew IP address. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm selecting everything. So I'm removing this part. Okay, leave it. So don't go to that much. Yeah, you can go, no problem. But some people don't understand. For them, I'm not going. Okay. Again, guys, understand ipconfig, ipconfig all difference, and DHCP enable yes and DHCP enable no difference. Okay. Okay, so first of all, know how to check IP address. And you know, in this PPT, I told how to not check IP address also there. You know, when we ask a question to a person, they will ask, yeah, no problem, sir. How to check IP address? They'll put what is my IP address? Very simple, right? Google is telling everything. That is the wrong way to check IP address. And whatever it is showing, that is not your system IP address. If you go to what is my IP address, it shows some IP address. That is not your system IP address. That is your public IP address, which is used by which is maintained by your ISP. Okay. So if you type in Google, what is my IP address? It shows your public IP address, which is given or used at ISP level only. That is not your personal system IP address. Your system IP address is generally your own private IP address, not public IP address. Okay. Yeah. If you don't get it also, no problem. Next time we can try that one. Okay. Guys, I'm going to ncpa.cpl, or you can go to control panel. So this is the control panel. In control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. So you will get this window. Okay, network connections window. In case if you use ncpa.cpl, okay, it is a direct control panel item, and it is also getting network connections. Okay, if you see, this is my Wi-Fi adapter. Double click. I told right click status, right? But both are same. Double click. Okay, this is our Wi-Fi status. Go to details. Click on these details. This is my MAC address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway. Okay, DHCP server address, DNS server address. Okay, we are getting like this. Okay, so we'll take one screenshot, then how to check IP address, go to ncpa.cpl, or So this is a double click, details, then this window will open. See, can you see my physical address and DHCP enable yes. You will get IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, and DHCP enable yes means DHCP server address, DNS server address, lease uptime, lease expiry also you are getting. Okay, so how to check your MAC address? Go to ncpa.cpl or control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings, network connections, you'll get adapter, double click or right click status, go to details, you can find your physical address. Physical address nothing but your MAC address. Okay. Generally guys, with your private IP, no one can able to enter into your PC. With private IP are completely private, so no access from outside, only access from inside, not access from outside. Okay, so that is the point. Okay, so but still better not to expose things. Okay, next one is, if you are telling answer like what is your IP address and you went to your okay, you went to Google and type what is my IP address, that is the wrong guys. Whatever it is showing, it is a public IP. Okay, this is one screen. This is how to check IP address. Small space.
Sir, sir, whenever we change our internet connection, the IP address will automatically change, right?
Not only internet, yeah, you change your network, like you are in your home.
Right, sir, internet connection. Then the IP address will automatically change. So, sir, only IP will change or the MAC address also will change?
No, MAC address, very good. Your PC having a MAC address. For example, this is my adapter. My adapter MAC address is same even if I'm in office, if I'm in a home, MAC address is same, but IP address will change. It is based on that, the router and DHCP server. Okay.
Okay. So sir,
MAC
that's
address
only IP will change. Sir,
IP will change.
okay, sir.
One more I will show you guys. This is VMnet 1. So this is the VMnet 1 details. Details. You can see this is DHCP enabled now. It means it is configured manually. So I will get this part is enough for clarity. Okay, this is DHCP enabled now, and see it is MAC address, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS address. Where is DHCP? Because we didn't get IP address from DHCP, I configured manually. Okay. Oh, it's a lot of time. No problem. When we are learning, never see the time. So last one, I will try to show you. Guys, this is my adapter. I want to get an IP address from DHCP. How to get it? So this is a properties. Click on properties. Don't do it generally, guys. For only checking, I have virtual adapter. See, can you see? Go to this properties, then click on IPv4 properties. This is manual configuration. What is automatic configuration? The first one. Okay. Guys, the second one, first is go to properties, then this IPv4 properties. So you're getting this one. So this is manual. So you can give your own IP address. Okay.
Automatic, sir, is only used when we connect via Ethernet.
No.
Yes, sir.
No. No. Automatic means if you have a DHCP server, so then you will get an IP address from DHCP server.
Okay. Sir. Thank you.
Okay, wired or wireless, no difference. Okay, so it is a device. Okay, this is my DHCP server, and already I told in our home we don't have any separate DHCP servers. We have a Wi-Fi router. Wi-Fi router act like a DHCP server. Either you connect wired or wirelessly, you will get an IP address from DHCP server automatically. Of course, there is other points also there, but I'm first of all straight. Obtain IP address automatically means I want to get an IP address from DHCP server. I want to get IP address from DHCP server. What is automatically means? I want to get IP from DHCP server. Okay, just the name is DHCP server. Okay, DHCP server no need to be a physical server or a router or anything. It can be a small service by some application. Here we have a lot of space. So lengthy one, not a tall one. So you can do a little space. Okay. So same thing, guys. I didn't add everything. So last one point. Obtain IP address automatically. So what will happen if I put IP address automatically? This particular adapter is search for a DHCP server and get an IP address from DHCP. Okay, try to get IP address from DHCP server. See it got some IP address from a DHCP server. This is the DHCP server address.
Sir, when we are not connected to any router,
yeah, tell me.
sir, when we are not connected to any router,
Actually, it is not. This adapter
generate?
not connected to any router actually, but one second. I'll make it small details, right? This is good. Yeah, this particular adapter, my virtual adapter not connected to any specific So this is okay. See, this is an adapter. Details. Can you see physical address? You can compare VMnet1 MAC address. So you got a new IP address from DHCP server, okay, and this is a DHCP server, and same lease obtained, lease expiry also showing, okay. So this is the DHCP server address. Point is what you are asked, that is actually good question. I don't have any router which is okay. The router is not, any router is not connected to this particular adapter, but I got an IP address because of this VMware is an application, VMware workstation application is there. The built-in some DHCP service is there. That service is given me an IP address. Okay, so like that I got it. If in case, if I don't have any DHCP connectivity, I will get a APIPA address.
Got it, sir.
Got it? But if you compare, look at this 005056C00001. See, same MAC address 005056C00001. Okay, IP address configured manually, IP address configured automatically. Okay. If you check IP address, it's showing 169.254.something. Not if you check, when you check a IP address of showing like this, means it is APIPA address. When system failed to get IP address from DHCP server, system assign an IP address from APIPA range. The range is 169.254.0.1. To 169.254.255.254. Okay, so this is APIPA. Oh, it is a 6:33. Closing time, office will close. I didn't close. But try to check IP address, MAC address in your mobile and as well as your phones. Okay, that is enough for today, guys. Office, I'm in office now, so that is a